Welcome back to Chédon Universe, where bedtime becomes adventure time. Tonight, our young explorer continues his journey through the magical world beyond the galaxy gate. Get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let your imagination drift into the stars as we begin Episode 2. Chédon and the Lost Star Map. Chédon stood on the soft, floating stardust path, watching the galaxy gate shimmer behind him like a fading dream. His loyal companion, Hercules the dog, trotted next to him, tail wagging in slow, gentle circles. Above them, the night sky sparkled with millions of tiny lights. But one star glowed differently. It flickered softly, almost as if it were trying to speak. Chédon stared up at it. "Hercules, did you see that?" The star flickered again, brighter this time, and then a warm, gentle voice filled the air. "Explorer Chédon, I need your help." A small glowing figure floated down from the sky. It was a baby star spirit named Lumina. Her soft light trembled as she spoke. "Something terrible has happened," Lumina whispered. "We've lost the star map, the map that keeps every constellation in the sky exactly where it belongs." Chédon's eyes widened. Without the star map, stars could drift apart, disappear, or collide. "Who took it?" he asked. Lumina looked down sadly. "A shadow creature, the Night Warden. He hides inside the Nebula Labyrinth." Chédon placed a steady hand on his chest. "Hercules and I will help you. We'll get the star map back. I promise." Hercules barked once, brave and determined. Lumina guided them through swirling purple clouds until they reached a giant maze made of glowing cosmic mist. The entrance pulsed like a faint heartbeat. "Be careful," Lumina warned. "The labyrinth changes shape, especially when it senses fear." Chédon took a slow, deep breath, the way his dad had taught him. "Come on, Hercules, we've got this." Together they stepped inside. The walls of the labyrinth moved like living mist. Some paths closed behind them while new ones opened ahead. Strange echoes drifted in the distance, but Chédon kept walking forward, whispering to himself, "Courage means moving forward, even when it's scary." For a moment, Chédon felt a heavy sadness sink into his chest, but then he looked down at Hercules, brave, loyal, and unafraid. Chédon stood tall and faced the mirrors. "That's not true," he said firmly. "I am brave, I am strong, and I never give up." As he spoke, the mirrors shattered into shimmering dust that floated upward like tiny fireflies. The path forward appeared. They soon entered a large chamber filled with floating mirrors. But these were not normal mirrors. Each one reflected a different version of Chédon, smaller, weaker, uncertain. "You're too little," one reflection whispered. "You can't save the stars," another hissed. At the heart of the labyrinth, they found the Night Warden, a tall, shadowy creature with glowing ember eyes. In his claws he held the star map, rolled tightly like a scroll. Chédon stepped closer, not with fear, but with compassion. "Why did you take the map?" he asked gently. The Night Warden growled softly, shadows swirling around him like smoke. "I am alone," he said in a deep, trembling voice. "Everyone fears me. I wanted the stars to stay close, so I would never be alone again." Chédon felt the creature's sadness. He took another step forward. "You don't need to steal to be part of the universe," he said softly. The Night Warden froze. "You just need a friend." No one had ever spoken to him with such kindness. Slowly his shadows softened, and he handed the star map back to Chédon. It glowed like a living constellation. The stars moved gently. Lumina lifted the map above her head. With Chédon and Hercules beside her, she guided it into the sky. The sky brightened. The constellations hummed with harmony, returning to their rightful places like diamonds sliding into place. And the Night Warden stood quietly beside Chédon. No longer a monster, just a creature who had felt lonely for far too long. "You're not alone anymore," Chédon told him. A soft pathway of golden stardust opened behind them, leading back toward the galaxy gate. Lumina smiled warmly. "Chédon, you didn't just save the map. You saved the balance of the entire sky." Hercules barked proudly as they began walking down the glowing path. "Will I see you again?" Chédon asked. "Your next adventure is already waiting." "Oh yes," Lumina replied. And so, Chédon and Hercules returned from their mission, braver, wiser, and ready for whatever the universe brings next. This was Episode 2, Chédon and the Lost Star Map. Good night, young explorer, and remember, the universe is always brighter when you believe in yourself.